In the news update for May the 16th, 2017, I want to read you this story here. I want to read you this. There's a string of ransomware, malware attacks that have been happening to Apple PCs as well as been happening to other hospital computers and have been happening to other operating systems. Matter of fact, this malware is called. Let me see. It's an exploit, and what they do, it's a vulnerability that was in the Microsoft Windows operating system. And basically, what happens is it goes in there and asks for people to give up to $300 per PC. Now, we're not saying if the police have been hit with this thing, in Richmond last week, but they could have been. Uh, now when the ransomware was first detected, okay, havoc broke out in emergency rooms and doctors' offices all across Europe, and even now it's spread worldwide, even to the USA. All right. Now we know that this problem has been going on. Now I want you to understand. Now, if you are currently using a program called Malwarebytes, not trial. I mean, if you're using the premium trial or the actual real version, you're covered. But if you're not using Malwarebytes, what you need to do is go to Microsoft Updates, and go in there and have it search on your computer and get the latest patch that was released in March that will actually protect you from this vulnerability. I also want to add that Windows XP actually got an update from this vulnerability patch because it's affecting all versions of Windows. And Windows 8 got an update to this patch back in March. What you want to do if you're using Windows 8, that's fine, but you need to go and connect it to the internet, go to Microsoft Updates like you would normally do, and have it go out and search for that patch, and that'll protect your XP machine as well as Windows 2000 and Windows 8 and Windows 10 users. So make sure you go ahead and do that. If you don't have Malwarebytes Premium installed on your computer, then this is the next step on how to take care of it. Now, if you do get this Malwarebytes, what do you do? How do you get rid of this war cry crept malware? We believe this malware has been a new variant or version has been released, and we believe there's probably more out there circulating to the hackers and so forth. So this is going to be a problem. There's other versions of this same malware floating around, or different versions of it, I do believe, from what I've seen. Uh, I want to tell you that what you do to get rid of this stuff if you have it on your computer. All right, what you need to do before this happens to you, if this does happen to you, you should have a backup of your Windows put on like a thumb drive. It's a little drive that can fit on a keychain, and put it in a safe place. And that way you can boot it up before you go into Windows. And DOS, it'll boot from there. And it'll come up and ask you if you want to install Windows, format your system completely. You want to hit format completely. And you want to back up all your files like on how I always said, back up your files on on an external source, or maybe you can back them up on a drive that's plugged in but not always connected to your computer when there's no viruses, and you can back it up and update them there. And then you can just simply reinstall those programs after you have reinstalled Windows. Alright, now this is how you do it. You format Windows, okay, completely. This will remove the ransomware off your computer. Totally. Okay? Then you want to do a fresh install. Okay? You understand me? You follow me so far? Go through the steps and prompts and what it tells you to do to get that started. Okay, if you don't understand how to do all this, then bring it here and we can do it for you for a couple $100. Okay? Otherwise, if you're that savvy, then you follow these directions and you'll be fine. And then you want to go in there after you reinstall your Windows operating system, whether it's XP 2003, Windows 8 or 10. Then you want to go in there and reinstall your applications. Okay? and then that will get you back into safe street. But you got to make sure to get around this vulnerability, you want to have a patch installed. The patch was released in March, like I said earlier, and that'll give you basically all the stuff you need to take care of this exploit. And anything, if you're using malware, like I said, Malwarebytes trial that's premium, or the actual premium Malwarebytes program, you're actually protected from this vulnerability. If you have real-time turned on protection, make sure you have that real-time protection turned on, and it will keep you safe on the web. But anyway, still apply that patch from Microsoft as well. In addition, we did it here at my shop anyway, just to make sure that you're protected on both sides. Just to apply the patch whether you have the program or not, and that'll keep you safe on both ends. In case there's something wrong with your program, if something goes wrong, God forbid, hope not, but it can happen. Installation could get corrupt, and they can find a way to get around that and still havoc your machine. But you just install the Microsoft updated patch from March, and it'll take care of this Warcry crept ransomware. And also, it's been, like I said, a new variant of it, and there's a bunch of them. We do believe different ones that are floating around out there. So please, it's all the more, go and update your computer. If you have a Windows system, a Mac system, a Unix, a Linux, update your computer, because a virus is on more than one platform. So make sure you get the latest updates. Don't assume that your computer, Sean Shields, that your computer is going to update itself, because they don't update themselves. Not all updates are updated automatically. So you got to go into updates and update it and check for updates and apply those updates, because some don't apply them by themselves. This is Michael DeSilva for In the News. Also, other articles. I want to tell you something on a spiritual note. There's a lot of people out here that are afraid to do stuff because they're worried about getting approval or seeking the approval from others. And when you're a Christian, we don't work for others. We work for God. So you don't need approval from your mom or dad to do the right thing. Just do it because you love God, and God's crazy about you, and He loves you. That's why He made you. So just do it for God. Don't worry about me or worry about anyone else you're doing it for. Do it because it's the right thing to do, and it's what God would expect for you to do since you're a follower of His. So do it for God. Don't worry about anything else, or anyone else for that matter. Because the only approval you need in this world, my sons, my daughters, my friends, colleagues, is God's approval. No one else doesn't matter. Okay? So don't worry about your reputation if you do the right thing. Because you're doing the right thing and people don't like it, they're not going to like it anyway. But don't worry about it, because you're not working for them, you're working for God. All right? So keep doing those things that you're supposed to do that are right. And you'll be rewarded chiefly, as the Bible tells us. Actually, it promises us in the end. All right, so if you're using the Malwarebytes, like I said, that is not premium trial or premium, you just have regular Malwarebytes, you're not protected from this vulnerability. But I would recommend that you upgrade to premium, or if you get a free 30-day trial, you are protected as long as it's premium, okay, version. If it's just regular Malwarebytes, you're not protected from this vulnerability. All right, so make sure you go to Microsoft and update that patch from March. If you haven't done so, go in there and manually update that to the patch that was released in March. Okay, folks? All right, I love you. This is In the News, Michael DeSilva on cybersecurity. And to keep you safe out there, both government, police, doctor offices, even some banks have been affected by this worm. Or not worm, but ransomware, Warcry crept virus. So please update your computers, banks, hospitals, doctors' offices, lawyers, police stations. Update your computers. Get that patch. Get Malwarebytes Premium put on there. Okay? So your computer will be safe from this vulnerable attack. All right, I'll see you later. This is Michael DeSilva in the news update for May the 16th, 2017. On a Tuesday. Take care.